What's up guys, I'm gonna show you guys how to make a quick Valorant thumbnail, something just like this. First of all, you want to download one of your PNGs, like your pictures. So I'm gonna use this one of Nosy right here, and he has an energy thing right here, so I'm just gonna get rid of that. So now I'm gonna add a background and just make a random color, because we're gonna add gradient overlay over it. Something like this is cool. Get him a little close up. I'm gonna add a camera raw to him. And by the way guys, I used the Adobe background mover to remove the background on this photo. It used to look like this, but then I removed the background, so here's a tip. Use this. Alright, so now you want to make a new layer behind this background. Make it like a light purple or something. And then I'm just going to brush just around him right here. And then make another new layer. And make it like white. Brush around like upper area right here. Alright, that should be cool. Now you want to go above the character layer. Add a hue and saturation. Flip it onto here. I'm going to match like the background color a bit. And then you want to invert it by pressing Control I on the mask. I'm gonna make the hardness 0. I don't really want to make this perfect. Probably gonna make this a little lighter. So just keep brushing around him. Alright, something like that's cool. And then now I'm gonna add a solid color layer over him. And then just brush around like the lighter parts. So something just like this. Alright, now it should look something like this. Now I'm gonna add my text. I'm probably gonna just say like best radiance. And then just use maybe the Gotham Ultra font right here, and then I'm gonna add a gradient over it. Use gray and white, something like that. You want to add an inner shadow, make it distance 300 on choke and size, make it on overlay. Now you want to add a drop shadow as well, so something like that. I spelled radiant wrong, just noticed. And I'm gonna add another drop shadow, just something like more subtle. I'm gonna take this text layer right here, which I copied because I like this gradient. Probably gonna say like reach or something like that. I really like the third rail font, so I'm gonna use this. Throw it on top like that. It's a little bigger actually. And then I'm gonna add a stroke to this right here. Put it on the outside, opacity on max, size up, just like that. Make it a gradient, and then probably make it like a very dark grayish. Now add another new layer over that. Copy this purple, brush over it just like that, just like this. Linear dodge add, make it something like that. Now I'm gonna go back to this text right here. I add a shadow as well to this. Probably just turn down the opacity. Alright, now I'm gonna drag in this like radiant logo, delete the outside of it, add it in some random spots. Alright, something like this. And then I'm gonna go to filter, blur, motion blur, and I just like doing that to it. Alright, and then that's pretty cool. Alright, something like that's fine. I'm gonna group them all up, Control J just to copy them, and then Control E, and then filter, blur gallery, field blur. So I merge them all together. And then I'm gonna add probably a blur to this one. So it's like that now. Add another new layer over this, start brushing over them just to blend them in a bit. Alright, so now I'm gonna copy this breach text right here, put it on the bottom layer, make it a little bigger. I'm probably just gonna make it a black color like that, and then I'm gonna put it on overlay, turn the opacity down a bit, and then I'm gonna add a mask to it. And then I'm just gonna erase like some of the outside parts, and that's cool. And then I'm gonna go into my old graphics pack and probably gonna add some particles. I'm probably gonna add these ones right here. I just throw the particles all around. I'm gonna add a mask to it and then just paint over some areas. Alright, the particles are blue, so I'm just gonna make them white. So something like that's cool. I'm just gonna duplicate them to make it a little more visible. Alright, something like that. That's good. Alright, so now we're basically done. I mean, you can add more if you want, but I'm basically done. Now I'm gonna do the final effects. So I just group everything up, merge it, and then I use the marquee tool to crop it, and then duplicate it, and then you make it a smart object. Alright, now I'm gonna add a magic bullet looks to it. I just do some diffusion, some pop, contrast, a little vignette, a little bit of a exposure layer. Add a lens distortion, just a bit of that. Alright, this is what it looks like with the magic bullet looks. So now, as you see, here's the difference. Alright, now we're gonna add a camera raw to it. Oh shit. Yo, you guys know what I forgot, bro? I forgot the color correction on here. I'm gonna add a color lookup on here. Put a 3 strip. You see that though. Alright, now that looks pretty good. Alright, so now our thumbnail just looks like this though. And now we're gonna add some noise to this. So maybe like 0.6 is good. Also gonna add some sharpen, smart sharpen, and then probably gonna do like 20. And now I have one more final effect. So you want to duplicate this whole thing right here, right click, rasterize, click it, turn off the R right here, click OK, and then you want to use your arrow keys, move it over to the left once, and it adds a little RGB split just like that. And boom, that's how you make a thumbnail. Hope you guys enjoyed this scuff thumbnail tutorial. Enjoy, peace out.